Hey guys, so today we are going to go through my ever-changing Ancestry DNA results. I got my results in 2019? When was this? I don't know, a while ago. And they've changed 3 times. The last time they changed was last year in September, and pretty much like they just take things out. And regroup things together. I do know they changed their grouping system. I think this last time or the time before that, I think, is when they actually changed their grouping system. So we're going to start from the very beginning, my very first results that I ever got. I made sure to take screenshots of these because I figured I wouldn't be able to go back. And originally I could go back and see my previous estimated results, but now I can't. On my laptop, I can't go back to see them. On my phone, I can see my last update, but I can't see my original update. So I'm just gonna go with my screenshot. Okay, so for first results, I have 37% Ivory Coast, Ghana, 16% Cameroon, Congo, 10% Nigeria, 8% Ireland, Scotland, Wales, 5% Scandinavia, 4% Great Britain, 4% Iberian Peninsula, 3% Senegal, 3% Europe West, 2% African Southeastern Bantu, 1% European Jewish, 1% Middle Eastern, 1% Europe South, 1% Africa North, 1% Europe East, 1% Africa South Central hunter-gatherers, 1% Native American, 1% Melanesia. Lots of 1%, well, greater than 1%. So yeah, now some of these I am aware of. The Native American on my mom's side specifically, my great-grandfather, his dad is Blackfoot, and he had a grandmother who is Cherokee. I believe it is also on my grandmother's side said to be Choctaw, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But it's for sure on my mom's side. And we're pretty sure on my Nana's. I actually have to text my cousin back because she was going to ask one of the cousins that actually knows things. Because one of the aunts that did know everything, she wasn't very nice. So, like, nobody asked her anything. And yeah, so there's that. The Jewish, my great-grandmother on my mom's side, her dad is Jewish and Irish. What else on here? My great-grandfather, the one who had the Native American dad, his wife is German. Okay, I'm making this complicated. Dad's side, Black, a little bit of Native American, supposedly Choctaw. Looking into it. Mother's side, grandma is Irish, Jewish, Creole, Black. There we go. Grandfather, great-grandfather, German, Native American. I think he also had like a little bit of Black, but as far as I know, it's German and Native American. So yeah. As far as like the groupings on here, I have like North Carolina and Virginia groupings. My entire dad's side of the family is from North Carolina, so that's unsurprising. My mother, she's adopted, but her parents are from Chicago. Her dad's side, they're all pretty much from Chicago that I'm aware of. At least his mom, and I think his dad too, but like he didn't know his dad. But like his mom, for sure, from Chicago. My grandmère, she was the 6th out of like 13 or 14 or something like that. Her siblings above her and her parents are from Louisiana. She was born in Arkansas. And my grandpa was from Indiana. Something like that. I do know specifically during the Indian Removal Act, his family circled back around and like got land and stuff like that. That's all I know. So yeah, that's where all of this plays in. And then on my dad's side, my great-great-uncle is John Irwin. Irwin with E. You can actually, he's Googleable. I have the newspaper clipping. I'll go get that in a minute. So, my updated result. I feel like this second estimate is missing. I probably cut it off on accident when I was taking a screenshot, but anyways, 28% Benin, Togo, 23% Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu peoples, 22% England, Wales, and Northeastern Europe, 12% Ivory Coast, Ghana, 8% Mali, 3% Ireland and Scotland, 1% Norway, 1% Sweden, 1% Native American, North, Central, South, 1% Portugal. So, yeah, still in there. Pretty, still, like, yeah, relatively decent to what I know. Okay, and now my last updated results. 41% Nigeria, 12% England and Northwestern Europe, 9% Mali, 8% Benin and Togo, 7% Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples, 6% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 6% Scotland, 4% Wales, 2% Germanic Europe, 2% Senegal, 1% Sweden, 1% Norway, and 1% Ireland. So yeah, like, they're like trying to like refine. It feels like they're refining. So like the more updates I get, it's like they're like refining their groups and everything, but I feel like either they don't have enough of specific DNAs, which like for certain things, like I know Native American communities, they don't have the DNA to really do that. But like how in my family, I do know specifically I have Native American and I have that one person who's Jewish, is like those eventually just get removed. And so sometimes those things actually just aren't going to show up in your DNA, and some, you know, depending, because like maybe I didn't get it, maybe my sister got it, because actually I want her to do it, yes, because I asked an aunt, because my mom was adopted and we didn't end up meeting her dad, he ended up passing away, but I got in touch with her half sister, and she also did a DNA test. It's like a whole nother side story. And on Ancestry DNA, she is matched as my second cousin. She's my aunt, but here it says she's my second cousin. So like, you know, it's in there, but not really. But she did say that he has a smidge of Korean. I don't, it's not showing up on my chart. I feel like if it does show up on anyone's chart, it'll show up on my sister's. That being said, he may not have that in there. I don't know. But anyways, because DNA, like, it's never really going to be exact, because even if you do have that in your DNA makeup, there's no guarantee that it's actually going to show up when they're pulling the DNA. And of course, you could just not get that makeup, and then like your kid could get it. So like it's really interesting. But yeah, like it's the way that they're like regrouping and things like that, and it's just like they're saying it's making it more like refined and more efficient, but it's like my first result seemed more realistic, to be honest. Even like it was a lot of different places, but like I'm Black, so like that makes sense. And also I could see certain things that I knew were in there, like from the greats, but they were in there. But like the further results that they refined, they just like removed them. I was like, I mean, okay, but like, okay. And then yeah, like how they have my aunt as my first cousin. It's like, okay, she's not, but okay. I wonder if she reads as a first cousin because they're only half siblings. That might be it. Let me go get that clipping. Okay, so here it is. This album. This is my great uncle, my papa's uncle. Here, I don't think I can flip that for you, but yeah. During the 5 decades, Irwin served as the first vice president under 8 branch presidents, and is the only living person who's been active in the branch since 1942, the early days of World War II. Worked on historic projects such as Buffalo Creek area renewal and the first 1960 sit-in at Woolsworth School desegregation and the integration of utilities, car dealerships, hospitals, and other facilities. And life member of the NAACP, plans to continue serving on the branch's executive board. So yeah, Hall of Fame, Department of Sociology and Social Work. That's nice. And then these right here. These are my grandparents. Right there. These are my Nana's parents. Ugh, that's a photo of her mom really young, and this is their dad. Funny thing, this is their dad, Randolph. Every single photo of him, he looks like one of my cousins. Like he has 7 daughters. They all have kids about, I think all of them have 2 kids actually. Yeah. But all of the sons, there's a photo where he looks like every single one of them. This photo, he looks like my dad. Very much like my dad. My dad and Carlos. But yeah, that's him. And then I think this is her dad, Lois. I have Lois and Louise. Louise is Papa's mom. Her name isn't Louise, that's her middle name actually. But don't nobody call her by her first name, it starts with M. Anyway. I know this is my Papa's dad, and he looks just like my Papa. I think that's Miss Louise in that photo. It's a really young picture of her. I have like older pictures of her. But this was my Papa's photo album, which is why, because my grandparents are passed, so you know my dad has most of the albums. That's a little bit of my family. Like I said, my entire dad's side is from North Carolina. That's my Papa and my Nana. They're from the Greensboro, Charlotte, and Monroe area. So yeah, so when I go down there, I go all in Charlotte. I'm pretty much just with families. Like, I'm not like actually down there, but like I'm there. So yeah, that's a bit of me for all the people that wonder what I am. That's what they ask. They always ask like, what are you? I'm like, I'm black, and they're like, yeah, but like just black. And I go, oh, okay, that's what's up. Like, okay, like yes, I know that is, but So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how many times your ancestry.dna results have changed. Let me know if any of your aunts are now cousins and vice versa and all of that. And yeah, see you guys next time. Let me know if you've tried a more accurate DNA results thing. I know some people are like, don't sell your DNA to the companies, but I already did this some years ago, so it's fine. So yeah, see ya. Oh, and just a little reminder. Stay away from the drugs and leave the guns alone.